It can turn ice into snow, you guys. That's what 450 watts of power can get you. This is the Ninja Storm. This is a current customer pick, almost 600 perfect 5-star reviews. This, though, is the Master Prep Pro bundle that nobody out there has. So ice, no problem. Veggies, desserts, you wanna make burgers or salsas or dips or cakes, this is gonna make food prep a breeze. And what we've done for you today, the reason so many of these have been sold, in fact, we've gotta be at 30,000 at this point, I would imagine. We'll check on that in just a minute. 29,200, we're almost there, baby. This alone is what you normally see, even on hsn.com. You get the 40-ounce vessel, the blade. This is called the Power Pod. This is what you pick up and put onto the lid. This is $40. We have it right now on our website. There it is, customer pick. Do not buy that one, because today is our Today Special. You are getting that at the same price, and you're also receiving 2 more vessels. This is your 16-ounce size, comes with its own blade system, also comes with a storage lid. You're also getting the party one. This one is 48 ounces. Party pitcher right here. You can make your drinks, your bigger serving size items, comes with its own blade system, comes with its own lid. All of this today for $8 on FlexPay. We have free shipping as well. Every color is exclusive except for the black. The black is the only one you can find out there in the market. Nobody can touch our price. We have the lowest price we have found anywhere. This is the red. It's been very popular. It's our #1 selling kitchen appliance color. Love it, super bright and beautiful. Navy blue very well could sell out in this presentation. We brought in 4,000. There are 300 left in navy blue. White, also very popular. That's brand new. We brought in 5,000 of these white. There's fewer than 500 available. This is the lavender. I think it's so beautiful and fun and bright, unexpected in the kitchen. That's about 2/3 of the quantity gone. Here we have the turquoise, 80% of the quantity gone. We brought in 5,000 of these. We're down to fewer than 1,000 now. And then the black has been very popular, 70% of the quantity gone. We brought in more quantity in this one. Whichever way you slice it, dice it, chop, prep, puree, blend, or whip, you're gonna get it all done with the Ninja here. Rochelle has been cooking up a storm, I would say, today, but you've been prepping
I've been
like
prepping,
crazy. And just by doing this.
Mixing, just with my fingertips.
So
That's
easy.
all I do. It's so easy.
Amazing. She does a lot more than that. I'm just gonna put that out there.
But it really makes it easy. So I'm sure you're used to seeing the Ninja Storm. We've had it on air at HSN, but now you're getting 2 extra vessels with the Master Prep system. So you're getting the 16-ounce chopper as well as the 48-ounce pitcher. So you're like set for entertaining for the fall season. So you just saw me make some ice. This is what you want to do with the ice. Is you're going to use it in your 48-ounce pitcher. I'm adding some apple cider. So we're going to do a boozy apple cider slushie. Of course, if you were doing this for kids or something, you would just keep it with the apple cider. But I'm going to add a little bourbon. So just to warn you, Michelle, if you take a sip, it's got bourbon in it. It's after 5 o'clock.
That's right.
So what the Ninja Storm can do for you is it's going to make that ice really fine, like that texture that you're used to getting when you go to restaurants. And all I'm doing is pulsing with 2 fingertips at the top. And so every time I press down on the button, it pulses the stacked blade system that's in here and blends that ice and chops that ice. I don't hear any more ice left over, so let me pour it out and show you. The splash guard does have a little pour spout here, so it makes it perfect for entertaining, but look at the texture on this ice.
Oh, that's so frothy.
It is super frothy. It is just like what you would get at a restaurant or your favorite, cruise ship. You can even see the froth coming up this direction.
Look at that.
Isn't that perfect? I mean, I just love it. And so we just did a little
smart. You mentioned the stacked blades. So while you're blending and chopping and you're mixing at the same time, right? Because they just kind of go up and down, up and down.
Absolutely. And
Super
so here's
smart.
that stacked blade system that Ninja is known for. You're getting a set of blades with each container. So you're getting 3 sets of these blades. And this stacked blade system is what Ninja is known for. It's gonna chop and blend and pull all the ingredients down to the bottom. And so as you see me processing, when I hit the button, you'll see the ingredients kind of pop. It's basically kind of rotating in the canister to make sure everything gets into contact with that blade. So that way you're not going to be left with any big chunks. And so that's why we're able to get that ice as fine as snow with that perfect texture.
I got to go in.
Yeah, go in. It does have bourbon, I warned you. It is after 5, so.
But what a great idea. And it took you no time at all. You don't
Just
have a
2
million
ingredients.
parts and stuff to clean. And honestly, if you had any left, you could even pop the lid on that and put it back in the fridge.
Absolutely, if you had any left. But I don't think anybody'd leave any of that left because it's so good.
Oh, that's so, like, the cinnamon and the apple.
The cinnamon and the clove
It's like
and
a
the apple.
slushy, though. That ice is perfect.
Yeah,
Good
perfect.
job.
It's basically a cider slushy, really easy to make. But you're gonna be set for all of your holiday entertaining if you get this home. So this is the 16 ounce. This is one that we don't normally have. What I have in here is carrots. You can see the no slip base here, so you'll notice it's not gonna hop around the countertop. And this is how easy it is to chop my carrots. And so all I'm doing is I'm just using 2 fingers at the top. You can see those carrots kind of pop up and down. They're all getting down to that blade system. So this is how easy it is to chop your carrots, to chop your onions, to chop your celery. So when you're making your soups, your stews, your carrot cakes, your stuffing, everything you're gonna be making this fall, even a stir fry. I mean, I couldn't get this fine of a chop with a knife. And it's so fast, so easy. And this is also dishwasher safe. So even cleanup is easy.
It's so much more cost efficient too. If you think about it, buying a bag of celery or a bag of carrots versus getting it pre-chopped, how much more expensive that is. It's never that fresh. It has that weird like spongy foam thing on the bottom. You get a tiny little case for like $4 and you can buy a whole thing of celery for that amount or less.
And if you buy it pre-chopped, so usually there's some other kind of preservative in there too. And so this is fresh, so it's gonna taste better. It's not gonna have those added chemicals and preservatives. So I really love it for food prep, and chopping carrots and onions is really what I use my Ninja Storm for the most when I'm at home.
What's genius about this is you get 3 vessels, which normally you only get the 1, and it's the same price. But this is the magic. This is you guys call it like the power pod?
I call it the power pod.
This is
that's my name for it.
Power. I think that's genius.
450 watts of power, just 1 button. So it's really easy to use. It's really simple. I mean, it's easy, right?
So that's the only part you would wipe down because the motor's there, but everything else is dishwasher safe.
Everything else is dishwasher safe. And so I have the whole set here in front of me. So we'll show you how to do a whole meal with all 3. And I'm just gonna move the pod in between each as we go. So this one is a chicken salad recipe. You can see inside the container, I've got whole pieces of chicken. I've got big chunks of celery, a little bit of almonds, some cranberries, a little bit of mayo. And Michelle, you just hit the button there. We'll show you how easy it is.
See if I can handle it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, easy peasy.
So it's chopping and blending and bringing all the ingredients there to the middle all at the same time.
Oh,
so
it smells good.
Does it smell good? And so it's gonna save you in dishes too, because normally you'd have to get out. I think it's done.
That looks great.
It looks great. You did a great job. So normally you'd have to get out your cutting board and chop up the celery, chop up the ingredients, and then blend it all in a bowl. We did it all in one bowl. So it's less dishes too. And look at how smooth and beautiful this is. I mean, they charge you so much when you go. There's a grocery store near us that does a lot of prepared foods. They're really fancy. I usually go in there and get a coffee and walk around and look at things, but I don't buy as much because it's so expensive. And they'll charge, $8.99 a pound for some prepared chicken salad. Now you can do that at home. You can do this with your leftover turkey at Thanksgiving. You can use this for your, ham salad.
Yeah, maybe you want to do like a buffalo chicken dip or something and throw that in there with the cheese and the sauce.
And then if you have any leftover, it does come with some storage lids too. So you can just pop this right on, put this in the fridge. It's ready to go. If you're doing any pre-prep, you can use that for it too, but I like to use it for leftovers. So you just saw I moved the pot over from the 40 ounce. Now I've got the 48 ounce. What I have in here is some eggs, some whole mushrooms, some onions, and some bell peppers too. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my quiche. And so I'm just pulsing to kind of chop up those vegetables. Again, I don't have to get out my cutting boards. I don't have to get out my knives. I can just use one finger, chop those vegetables. Once those vegetables are chopped, I'm gonna hold it down to whip air into the eggs. And so we have 8 eggs in here, and that's why I'm using the 48 ounce pitcher, is so that way I can get that volume to whip a lot of air in the eggs, and that's gonna give you a really nice fluffy frittata, a really nice fluffy omelet, or quiche, all of those different things. So even if you're just doing an omelet, you could do that in here, and it's gonna kind of whip air into your eggs.
It looks and feels so fancy.
It does.
But you legitimately just throw everything into one vessel and then pulse, pop it in the oven, and think about it when you're entertaining, because it's coming. That season is coming where people are visiting. You need big meals for a big crowd that are easy.
Yes.
That's a perfect example. Even the chicken salad, egg salads, your prep work just got cut down dramatically.
Absolutely.
That's the hardest part.
And so you saw I used this motor pod on the 20 ounce, the 48 ounce. Now I have it on the 16 ounce. Now we're gonna make a little pomegranate vinaigrette. So I have whole pomegranate seeds in there, a little red wine vinegar, some olive oil. There's some mustard in there too on that side. And this is how easy it is to make fresh homemade dressing. So it's chopping up those pomegranate seeds. That's what's giving us that nice pink color. So I'm able to chop up those seeds, give it flavor, give it color, and I challenge you, open up your refrigerator or open up your pantry and read the ingredients in the back of your store-bought salad dressing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you can't pronounce in there. Now you're able to do it all at home. You don't have to worry about adding extra salt, extra sugar. You can control all of the ingredients.
And that is so impressive.
How fresh is
to make
this?
your own fresh dressings.
Yes.
You know what I noticed too? You didn't have a ton of ingredients in there, and
No.
yet it's still mixing everything and pulsing and chopping and doing all of it.
It is,
Yeah.
it is. And then again, if I have any left over, we also give you a smaller lid just for the 16 ounce container. So if you have some left over, you can pop the lid on then and then put it in your refrigerator. So there we go. We just use all three. We use the 20 ounce, the 48 ounce, and the 16 ounce to do this beautiful brunch spread.
Isn't this a fabulous Today Special? This is why we're closing in almost 30,000 gone. In fact, the white, if you want the white, what's our quantity like on this one now, Rocky? 200? About 200 in the white with everybody ordering. The navy blue, that one is going to sell out very soon. We have 350. So those are the ones that you definitely, if you like them or if you're gifting someone, these tend to be the most common because they're easy decisions to make. There's only one more show tonight featuring this Today Special. That's gonna be Adam's Open House. So the opportunities are running out today to grab yours. We've sold out of one color already. White will be next, blue is right behind that. And unlike the original version, which by the way is a customer pick, almost 600 perfect 5-star reviews, this one comes with 2 more vessels, 2 more lids, and 2 more blades for the same price. So take advantage, get that free shipping, and use that $8 flex pay to get it home.
So basically what you saw, I'm making fresh homemade salsa. This is a recipe that's included. We have over 100 recipes for you on hsn.com and also ninjakitchen.com. And so this is one of them. This is a fresh homemade salsa. All we had in here was tomatoes, jalapeno, some onion, a little bit of lime juice, and we made it just kind of like that Mexican style where it's super smooth, but it tastes fresh. It tastes tangy. It tastes spicy. And that's all because we used only fresh ingredients. There's nothing in here, there's no added ingredients. There's nothing, no preservatives. There's no added salt. It is just perfectly fresh. Look at all the little bits of jalapeno in there. That's going to be a really spicy one. But if you had somebody that you wanted that wanted a more mild, it was so easy to make. I could just throw some more ingredients in there, pop the lid on, and then make one that was more mild. And then you have 2 dips for your party.
Now this is a genius idea, the navy, the one that you've got in the navy.
Yes.
So we were thinking about it. We're like, this is so powerful. It's 450 watts of power. You can really put a lot of different things in here. And I saw this, I'm like, why is there meat in there?
Yes, why is there meat in there? So I wanted to show you before I ground it up. So we're gonna do basically our own ground meat for burgers. We've got whole pieces of sirloin in there. We've got whole chunks of cheddar cheese, whole pieces of jalapeno. We're just gonna grind it up. We're gonna do our own ground meats. And so it is chopping and mixing all of that at the same time. So imagine being able to do your meatballs for the holidays. Also, if you wanted to do chicken sausage, if you wanted to do your meatloaf mixes, if you want to do chicken burgers, all of those different things. And look at how finely it chopped and blended all of those things. It is so just perfectly done. I'm gonna open this up and show you.
Now, if that's not fresh, I don't know what is.
Isn't it perfect?
And if you shop in bulk and you buy your meats when they're on sale, this is what I do. And I throw them in the freezer and you're like, okay, I wanna make burgers, but I don't have any ground beef left. You can use this to make those and salmon burgers.
Salmon burgers,
sausages,
chicken burgers,
anything.
If you wanna do sausage without gluten, so if you wanna make like a gluten-free sausage and use a different binder, you could do that. But think about how much they charge you for that at the grocery store when you're doing it already pre-made. They end up adding a couple, dollars more per pound. Now you're able to do that at home and you're able to add your own ingredients. Blue cheese is great.
Delicious.
Mixed in there, but then you can also use a better meat, like a top sirloin or something that's got a little less fat too.
And also when you buy them pre-made, you get like 2 patties. Or if it's 4, they're really thin. Like I want a big juicy burger. Like you can control. The whole point of this is you have the control here, you guys. You control the ingredients, the freshness. You have so much more creativity because the prep work is no longer a barrier. A lot of times we skip out on recipes, it's just too much work. Too much to clean, too much to chop, I don't have all that time. This is where the Ninja Storm comes into play. And I have to remind you too, the original, it wasn't even a bundle. It's the 40-ounce vessel, which everybody gets, with the stacked blade, with that power pod on top. That is $39.99, and that's a great deal. But this is even better. It's the same price, but we're basically tripling the offer. You're getting 3 vessels included. So you've got the 40-ounce, the 48-ounce pitcher, and then the 16-ounce. They all have their own blades, and they even have their own storage lids. So if you want to put them in the fridge, if you're prepping, you can do that. But this value cannot be beat. We have the lowest price we have found anywhere. All exclusive colors. The black is the only one that's also out there in the marketplace, but they don't have this bundle or this price. If you want the navy, just fair warning, there's 250, 150. Okay, 150 in the navy. If you want the white, under 300.
And I just started chopping ice. I'm going to put the ice in there because in case you missed it at the beginning of the show, this really shows you what the Ninja Storm can do. And so all of the power is in my fingertips. It's in the palm of my hand. And I basically turned ice into snow. It's 450 watts of power with that motor pod. You can hear all the ice is chopped. I'm actually gonna dump this out so you can see it. And what this means for you is those perfectly blended smoothies, perfectly chopped ground meats. I love it because you know, you're gonna get that wonderful slushy style drinks. I mean, look at how it did to this ice. It is so like powder, basically, like snow. So even when you're doing your mixed drinks, it's going to make them just like you have at the restaurant, just like you have on a cruise ship. And then again, here's that stacked blade system that Ninja's known for. You're getting one of these per vessel. And so this is the taller one that goes in the 48 ounce. You also get one for the 16 ounce, and you get one for the 40 ounce as well. So now that I made the ice, let me show you what else you can do. We're gonna do another boozy drink for you.
Okay, why not?
So I'm gonna add some more ice. And this recipe is actually on HSN's Instagram today. It's basically an autumn sangria. So I'm gonna add a little bit of apple cider to give us those autumnal spices. We've got our cinnamon, our clove, all of those wonderful spices are in there with our cider. Then I'm gonna add a red wine, which is what makes it a sangria. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of orange juice. And there we go. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so delicious.
Too.
It does make a lot.
It's a big 48-ounce pitcher.
It does make a lot.
So
it's 48 ounce. Perfect for, I call this my entertaining pitcher.
All the football
we have one for chopping, one for processing, one for entertaining.
One for parties.
Same powerful pod. Again, this is how easy it is to use. All the power is in my fingertips. And I'm just pulsing it because I really want it to chop up that ice. But I can hold it down too, and when I hold it down, it blends it all together. Wait till you see the consistency. So you're gonna get that perfect kind of slushy consistency that you're used to getting when you get your mixed drinks at the restaurant, except now you're able to make them just like that at home.
Look at
this. A little
this.
orange slice,
Look at that.
a little cinnamon stick. Look at how frothy that is. You can see the slushiness of the ice here. I mean, this is just like what you would get
That is incredible.
on a cruise ship.
Absolutely incredible. We have one more airing of this Today Special in Adam's Open House tonight. Over 30,000 gone already. This is the famous Ninja Storm. You may have seen them out there in the marketplace. You've never seen it like this before. We're giving you 3 different vessels, 3 different sizes for different needs. You've got the classic 40 ounce, the 16 ounce, and then the big pitcher we just made the sangria in is the 48 ounce, all with their own lids. You all get the power pod that comes with it included. They all have their own stacked blade system for the same price as the original, which was just one vessel. So take advantage of this. If you're thinking of gifting too.
Oh, it's a perfect
You have any
gift.
like wedding gifts, Christmas gifts, housewarming gifts. It does not feel like a $39 gift.
Absolutely.
I mean, this should be so much more expensive for the power and the quality you're getting.
Absolutely. And so basically, I'm showing you the whole system right now, basically with some entertaining ideas. So we started with our mixed drinks here with the autumn sangria. Now I've moved the same power pot over to the 16 ounce. And let me just move this bowl here so they can see it a little bit better. I know the camera, I've got all this wonderful, like it's got like a spread here like we would with a buffet.
I'll hold the drink.
You hold the drink, take a sip. There we go. So basically what we have in the 16 ounce container is some feta, some honey, a little bit of olive oil and garlic. You'll also notice it has a no-slip base, so it's not gonna like dance around your countertop. And all I'm doing is I'm pulsing this a couple times to chop up that feta, and then I'm going to hold it down to really blend it good. And now I've just made my own fresh homemade whipped feta dip. So we've got our drinks and we've got our dips all in one system. We're also going to do a hummus next. What do you think of that autumn sangria?
It's so good.
Isn't that good?
It's not too sweet. It actually has more of, I like the orange and the cinnamon that's coming through and a little bit of clove. It's delicious. I'm looking at this whipped feta dip and I'm just thinking about at the grocery store, when you, as soon as you get into the dip and like charcuterie area, it's like prices all of a sudden triple. And I swear, just a little like jar of a whipped feta dip or a canister, whatever you want to call it, a tub, would easily be $8, $9.
Absolutely.
I mean, truly.
Absolutely, especially when you're using fresh ingredients. But you know, when you're getting it pre-made at the grocery store, the ingredients aren't fresh, right? And so they've got like some preservatives in there. And then now all I have to do is add a little bit of parsley on top.
Looks so fancy.
A little bit of pine nuts, a little bit of roasted red pepper.
Beautiful.
You know they sell tubs like that at the grocery store, and as soon as they put little extra toppings on it, it's
cha-ching,
they charge $8.
cha-ching.
They charge $8.
So whipped feta.
Whipped feta dip. And then if I have any left over, I can pop the lid on. We do give these little storage lids with it, and you can put the leftovers in your refrigerator.
That's
so
delicious.
just really easy for food prep. That's my
Slightly
favorite.
sweet.
I could eat
That
a
would
whole
be
tub
really
of
good
it.
on wraps. Oh my gosh, you just spread that on.
Absolutely.
Oh, real quick, last call on navy blue. We are now in the double digits. So fewer than 100. If you want the navy blue, we've already sold out of one color. The white, also very limited. We've got a couple hundred left in the white, and then that one will go. We have turquoise, red, lavender, and black available still too. And I want to make sure we have so many more demonstrations to get through.
We do.
There's so many things you can make.
I'm using the whole system here, so I'm using the same pod that I used for the sangria that I also used for the whipped feta dip. Now I've got it on the 20 ounce. We've got some chickpeas in here. We're going to do a little bit of a roasted red pepper hummus. And think about how expensive hummus has gotten at the store, where you could get a can of chickpeas for $1. You could get some of the roasted red peppers in that same section of your grocery store that has the pickles. And now all I'm doing is blending it. Now let me show you a little trick. There's a little pour spout here that I've been using to pour out the drinks. I'm gonna use the pour spout to add oil in. So you can also use it to help emulsify your dips and your salad dressings. So just to add a little bit of oil, I'm just gonna let that spin. And we've made our own homemade roasted red pepper hummus. And it's fresh. It is, you know, it's gonna taste better. It's gonna have less salt. It's gonna have less sugar. Look at that.
So fragrant.
Look at how perfectly that is done.
See, and I love that you could pop the lid off and be like, oh, I want it smoother, or I like it chunkier. Like you can customize how you want these foods to be. And think about your regular food processor. It's, for me, mine is giant, first of all, so I rarely use it because I don't always need that giant thing.
Exactly.
It's got the discs, it's got all these extra things. I have to stop and push the sides down. It's a pain in the butt to clean. I'm way less likely to cook fresh when I have to deal with that. I'd rather just buy it and spend the extra money.
Exactly.
With this, it's so simple. You don't have extra pieces to clean. The power's all in your hand, right there with the motor. You've got dishwasher safe everything except for this motorized part. Just wipe that part down. But it's so simple. And then if you don't use it all, you don't even need an extra bowl to store it because you can just pop the lid right on top.
We are giving you 2 of the storage lids, so you get one that fits both the 20 ounce and the 48 ounce, and then you can also get an additional lid that's just perfect for the 16 ounce. So when you're doing your food prep, when you have leftovers, like you said, if you made the whipped feta dip and wanted to use it as a spread, you just pop this in your refrigerator. Keep it in your refrigerator, use it on a spread on your wraps. It's really perfect.
Last call, navy blue. If you love it, get it in your cart and go ahead and check out before that disappears. It's about to sell out. $8 will get this home. Even if you're just curious, you get to try it for 30 days, you guys. We're gonna move into some baking now. We are getting into the fall season.
I love it,
Entertaining, the holidays. Think of all the prep work when it comes to your desserts.
Exactly. So basically, I've got in the 16 ounce container here, we've got some graham crackers and some pecans. So we're gonna crush this to make our own like pecan crust for a pumpkin pie, or let's say you wanted to do, you know, any of your pie crusts really. But have you ever like used a plastic bag and a spoon to kind of crush your graham crackers, and you chase that cracker around, and then you have really big chunks? This took me just a couple of pulses to get a really fine ground on graham crackers and pecans. And the added pecans in there really give it that nice extra flavor because you're getting that nutty flavor in there. But look at the texture on this. I mean, you couldn't do this with a plastic bag and a spoon, you know?
You always rip a hole in the bag and the crumbs go everywhere. I would put my Oreo cookies in that. For a cookie crust,
Michelle,
get out of town.
Now, oh my gosh, you just gave me another demo idea. Now I want to get some Oreo cookies because that would be amazing.
Update real quick, blue has just sold out. Do not hang up if you're in the ordering process for the navy blue, but congrats if you got that one. White will be the next to go, and I have to say, white is a really great choice. It's fresh,
neutral.
clean, neutral. It will match any kitchen if you're gifting someone, weddings, holidays, housewarming. Where else can you get a $40 gift that packs this much punch and will be used? And everybody will use it in the family.
That's true.
Are you making whipped cream?
I'm making whipped cream with vanilla and sugar. And I gotta tell you, on the white Ninja there too, I've never seen white. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, I thought, oh, I need another one. It doesn't sound like I'll get one because it's gonna sell out. But basically, we've got the purple one here, and I'm doing a whole baking spread. So we started with our crumbs, with the graham cracker crumbs. Now I did a fresh whipped cream. If you've never had fresh whipped cream, it tastes so much better. It tastes so different because you're getting no sugar. You could add a little sugar if you wanted. You could use powdered sugar. Really does well in here.
That's a good idea.
Also a little vanilla. That's all you need to make your fresh whipped cream. And now I'm gonna do my coffee, my pumpkin spice latte. It's going to take just a couple things of ice in here, but I like to use like a little pumpkin butter. Sometimes I'll use an apple butter, but that is how easy it is to make it. And they've gotten really expensive. They've gotten to be like $7. Now I can make it with my Ninja. I'm just pulsing it a couple times with my fingertips. And I'm just gonna make sure all of that ice is blended. And I've just made my pumpkin spice latte, and I've got fresh whipped cream to go on top.
You know how delicious that's going to taste? Oh my goodness, 31,000 gone already, everyone. Blue has sold out, white is on final call. We have lavender, we have black, and we have red. If you're sticking around for Adam's open house, I do not believe the white will make it that late, so you might wanna be grabbing that while you can. There's about 150 left of that one. And we've sold 500 of the white just in this hour alone, just to put it in perspective. You guys know this name, you love it, it's Ninja. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee on this. So simple to use, but please don't spend $40 and just get the one vessel. Do this today special, you get 3 different sizes, all the blades, all the lids, everything you need, and the most important part, have fun.
Yes, it's a lot of fun in the kitchen.
Yes, experiment, get the kids and grandkids involved. They can throw the items in. All you do is push the little button at the top and you're off to the races.
So easy.
Yes. All right, Rochelle, you get a little break. We'll see you back at 9. Yes, definitely do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So good to see you. Our shopping continues. It is Labor Day, and this entire weekend,